Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How y'all doing? What's good, y'all? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. We give Allah all praises due to Him for waking us up and starting us on our way today. I hope you all had a great day. If you, for some reason, if you didn't, always remember that tough times don't last, but tough people do. So, with all thanks and praise, we give to Allah. We um we pray that He will make a way for you, that your days will get better, and put your trust in Him, and He will see you through. I'm a witness. Getting to the topic for this video. Um, so, Michigan State head coach Mel Tucker. They're my rivals. I'm a huge Michigan Wolverines fan. Anyone who knows me could bear witness to that. I've been a Michigan fan since I was 7, 8 years old, almost 40 years now. Yeah, I'm showing my age, but I'm a huge Michigan fan. And so it was on Sunday. Yes, Sunday. Uh, Reports came out that Mel Tucker, the coach of Michigan State, he had he was accused of inappropriate sexual conversations or behavior, if you will. There was a rape survivor. She's an advocate for women, who've been raped, who've been sexually assaulted. She was on campus at Michigan State University speaking to the players for the past 2 years. And her and Mel Tucker developed a relationship, if you will, kind of like a friendly relationship, according to her and according to the USA Today report, which goes into graphic detail. If you haven't read the USA Today report, please read it. It goes into some pretty gory details about the goings ons between Mel Tucker and the young lady. I can't think of her name. Hold on, I'm gonna find it here for you. Because if we know his name, we should know her name too. So let's be fair about it. So she was a advocate for women who have been sexually assaulted, raped. She was a rape survivor herself. She's from Oregon. Um, Her and Mel Tucker, again, they developed a relationship, because she thought he was an advocate, for her. They had a working relationship. They had each other's phone numbers, and she alleges that he told her that no, asked her would she date him if he wasn't married. Mel Tucker's a married man with children. And so she said she thought that was kind of weird, and she kind of like moved on from that. And then in another conversation, she said that they were on the phone together, and he was masturbating while they were on the phone. This is what she's accusing him of. And so, and it was without her permission, without her consent. So she said she was grossed out by it and she stayed on the phone, which doesn't make sense to me because if she was grossed out by it, why didn't she hang up? I'm not saying what Mel Tucker did was right. I am not saying that. Bruh, you're a married man, you have a family. You just signed a $95 million contract 2 years ago for 10 years. Why are you jeopardizing your bag? Why are you jeopardizing your family? But I'm going to get into that. She alleged that she said in a USA Today report that she likes to wear Jordans. She loves J's. Mel Tucker loved J's, so they shared that affection for J's. He sent her a pair of J's. Um, Other gifts he sent her. Conversations lasted over back and forth, back and forth. He would call her in the evening hours because I guess he worked late. So, and the inappropriate phone call where he was accused of masturbating while he was on the phone with her. So all this went on. So this was so last winter until this year, she an investigator from Michigan State, Title IX office. Title IX is on. I'm gonna touch on Title IX here in a minute. But before I get on that, so it went to the Title IX office at Michigan State, and they hired an outside investigator early this year. Now, this is what's weird to me. Mel Tucker and his former attorney, according to the USA Today report, they tried to halt the allegation, the investigation. They tried to halt the investigation. Why would they do that? If you're saying, and Mel Tucker came out on Sunday, and he said that the relationship was consensual, that he had her consent to masturbate on the phone while he was on the phone with her, and everything was consensual. Hmm. If it was consensual and you admitted to it, you admitted to doing everything, you admitted to masturbate on the phone with her, you admitted to what she's accusing you of. Mel Tucker admitted to it. He admitted to it, but he said it was consensual. Why would your attorney and you try to halt the investigation early in the year? Now it's going to a hearing on October 5th, October 6th, and he's calling it a sham. He's saying he's been treated unfairly, that he's been railroaded. Okay. Here's my take on this. I understand that we live in a day and age where, you have to be careful. You have to have proof. If you accuse somebody of something, you have to have proof. Actually, no, you don't, because they didn't have proof with Bill Cosby. But you're accusing this man. This man is jeopardizing $80 million. He has a family. She says she has proof. She says that he did what he's accused of doing. Okay, provide your proof. I'm not saying that Mel Tucker's innocent. I'm not saying that at all. As a matter of fact, I dare say that I think he did these things that he's accused of. I know it's probably not popular for me to say, and this is not me coming from a Michigan fan. Yes, I cannot stand the Michigan State Spartans. We call them Sparty. I cannot stand Michigan State. However, I hate to see a black man go out like this by his own doing. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. I believe Mel Tucker did what he's accused of. Because if he didn't do it, he would be denying it to the end. I know if that was me, I would be denying it to the end. I did not do this. I did not do this. I will fight it until my dying, with every fiber of my being. I did not do it. I will go to my grave saying that I did not do this. I will fight it with every fiber of my being. I would not admit to anything. I would not have tried to halt the investigation with my attorney. I would not have done that. I would not have done that. I would have denied it, denied it, denied it. But the fact that he admitted to it, and then he said it was consensual, and then early in the year, come to find out that his attorney and him tried to halt the investigation, that looks fishy. Not only that, Michigan State knew about these allegations back in the summer, back in July, actually. And they still let Mel Tucker coach the first two games of the season against Central Michigan and against the University of Richmond on Saturday. He's suspended as of right now without pay. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say Mel Tucker's done as Michigan State head coach. He's coached his last game, which was this past Saturday. He's not coaching another game at Michigan State. There's no way he survives this. His days as Michigan His days as Michigan State head coach are over. He coached his last game on Saturday against Richmond. Now the assistant coach is taking over, and they brought back, funny enough, Mark D'Antonio, who Mel Tucker replaced, to be an like an advisor to the coach, to the coaching staff. And his players were accused of raping women in 2016. The culture in Michigan State and East Lansing is toxic to say the least. And this is coming off the heels of last year with the whole Larry Nasser thing with the gymnast. What was it that, what was it, 40 something women accused Larry Nasser? I forget the number. 40 something women accused Larry Nasser of inappropriate behavior, sexual assault, and now he's going to prison. He's in prison forever. He's going to die in prison. He better not even think of the word parole. It better not even cross his mind because he's done. Larry Nasser's done. He's going to die in prison. This is coming off the heels of that. So you would think the athletic director and the president and all the powers that be at Michigan State would have learned their lesson. But they didn't. They didn't. Mel Tucker, you didn't learn your lesson. You know the whole deal with Larry Nasser, with the gymnast. You put yourself in this situation. Even if it comes out that he's telling the truth, which is possible he could be. Possible he could be. Why would you put yourself in that situation? Why are you disgracing your family? I get it. You know, people say men cheat on their wives, whatever. Wives cheat on their husbands, or whatever. It's not right. Just because it's being done does not make it right. I'm not, making myself to be holier than thou or pay myself out to be perfect. But come on, you're disgracing your family, bro. Your family. That's generational wealth. $95 million for 10 years. That's $9.5 million a year. You're jeopardizing $80 million as of right now. That's gone because in that contract he signed, it stated that Michigan State has the right to terminate him and not pay him this money if he does anything to disgrace the university, if he brings embarrassment upon the university. And this is an embarrassment on the university. This is an embarrassment. So his career's done at Michigan State as the head coach, and that money is gone. And you disgraced your family. And for what? If you want to go masturbate or do whatever, go on Pornhub. Go look at some videos. Go whatever. I hate to see a black man go out like this because we already are scrutinized as it is. As and no matter what aspect of life it is, whether it's in sports, the business world, whatever, on a day-to-day basis, we're already scrutinized. I'm not saying that we have to kiss white people's ass. I'm not saying we have to bow down to them. White people gonna be white people. We know how they are. But as black people, we have to hold ourselves to higher standards amongst ourselves. We have to, let me repeat that. We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard amongst ourselves. I don't care how white people see us. It's how we see ourselves. We're already scrutinized in this country. Already scrutinized. Some of our own people scrutinize us. And it's just sad. It's just sad. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. I'm gonna find this young lady's name. Can't believe I forgot her name. Because if we know Mel Tucker's name, and I get it, he's a high profile coach, at a major university. I get that. So his name is out there, but we need to know her name too. Let's be fair about this. So I'm going to find her name right now. Just give me a few seconds. I just hate the fact that you did all this and you look stupid. He had one good year. This is his fourth season at Michigan State. I don't really count the COVID year 2020, because he was new, so he was just making his bones. There, I get it. 2021, they go 11-3. 11-2, 11-3. They beat Michigan. They beat Michigan. Yeah, quote unquote, they beat Michigan. That's when they broke out the bag for him. That's when they made it rain. We're gonna give you sign this contract. We give you $95 million for 10 years. For wow, the man ain't even finished his second season yet. But hey, the brother got it. He was the highest paid black head coach in college football, the highest paid black head coach in college football, the highest paid black head coach in college football, and he jeopardized it. So now his assistant, Harlan Barnett, is the interim head coach. Let me see here. I'm going to find this young lady's name. Oh, what is her name? Hold on. Phone is taking forever. But it's just it's like when will some of us learn? Brenda Tracy. That's his accuser. Miss Brenda Tracy from Oregon. Brenda Tracy. That's the woman who's accusing Mel Tucker of the allegations of harassment. And Tucker says that it's completely false. He said it's just false. He said it was consensual. Whatever. The truth will come out. But Mel Tucker's done as Michigan State head coach. It's no way. It's no way. They're not going to bring that man back on to be the coach of that team because the shitstorm that will rain out on Michigan State from the Me Too movement, from these sexual um, assault advocates or organizations. They would boycott Michigan State football games. They would be out there at Spartan Stadium, I mean, in numbers. Michigan State, this would be a PR nightmare for Michigan State. They cannot keep him on. And they won't. Like I said, he coached his last game on Saturday against Richmond. So Brenda Tracy responds to Mel Tucker's statement, victim blaming and lies, of course. The fans of Michigan State are still shocked, and of course they would be. Funny enough, Brenda Tracy is good friends with Jim Harbaugh. There's a picture of them that they took together. It's a picture of them together. Brenda Tracy and Jim Harbaugh, the head football coach at University of Michigan. Funny, huh? Okay. Can't make this stuff up. But now the Title IX, Title IX is, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, Title IX may have been paved with good intentions, but it leads to the road to hell because Title IX is racist against Black men. Title IX came on the heels of the Civil Rights Movement. It came in the early 70s. Title IX doesn't seek justice. It doesn't. It all goes on hearsay. If a Black man is accused of something, he must have done it. He must have done it. This country has a dubious distinction of having that happen to Black men. I'm going to go back to 1917. Jesse Washington in Waco, Texas, was accused of raping a white woman. Accused. He denied it. His body was burnt. Actually, okay, they hung him. They hung him from a tree. They burnt his body, chopped his body, took pictures of it, and made it into postcards. Look it up. Jesse Washington, 1917, Waco, Texas. Look it up. These savages, these uncivilized mutts down there in Waco, Texas, hung this man, burnt his body, and chopped up his body parts and was selling it and was taking pictures and using it as a postcard. The pictures of Jesse Washington's charred body hanging from a tree, you can see it on the internet. Pull it up. I double dog dare you. Quadruple dog dare you, actually. We know about the story of Emmett Till. George Steeney, is that right? The 14-year-old in South Carolina in 1944 was given an electric chair. So this country has a history. Look at what happened with Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson. Look what's happened to him. Young black man, be careful. Be careful, be careful. Be very, 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 very cognizant of who you lay down with on these campuses. Be very cognizant. I dare say, walk away. Don't mess with, if you feel that it's not right, then it's not right. If you have to wander away. I'm gonna repeat myself. If you have to wander away. Be very cognizant of who you sleep with. Do not trust a big butt and a smile. I dare say go off campus. Be careful. If you're raising black men, be careful. Young black boys, be careful. Tell them to be careful. Mel Tucker put himself in this situation. We're going to find out the truth. Is Brenda Tracy telling the truth? Possibly. Is Mel Tucker telling the truth? That's possible. Is Brenda Tracy lying? Possible. Is Mel Tucker lying? That's possible. Whether he's lying or telling the truth, Mel Tucker put himself in this situation. He admitted to what he's accused of. Him and his former attorney tried to halt the investigation earlier this year. Bruh, why put yourself in that situation? Why put yourself in that situation? Why disgrace your family? Why jeopardize your money, your generational wealth? Why do that? You should have known better. You're 51 years old. You're leading young men. You're an example for them. You have a family. You saw what happened with Larry Nasser on the same campus where you're coaching. You saw how that went down. Why would you put yourself in this situation? Again, I'm not taking Brenda Tracy's side. I'm not taking Mel Tucker's side. All I'm saying is, why put yourself in this situation? Yes, white women lie. Women lie. I had a good brother of mine who was accused of something from a black woman. We have a lot of black Karens out here. Yes, we do. Women lie, men lie. We are people. They're humans. Again, women lie, men lie. Women tell the truth, men tell the truth. Humans. We cannot believe all women. On the flip side, we cannot believe all men. Yes, there are women who are sexually harassed, raped. I've dated. I had a girlfriend in high school who survived a rape. Her and her girlfriend. There are men out there who are creeps, who are just dirty, rotten skunks, scoundrels, the low of the low. They are. Let's keep it 1,000. There are men who prey on women, but it's come to the point. It's coming to a point where when a woman is assaulted or raped, she won't be believed. It's coming to that point now because it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. He cried wolf. There was no wolf. Cried a wolf again. No wolf. Kept doing it. No wolf. Until a wolf did show up, and the townspeople didn't believe him. I'm afraid that's the way it's getting with sexual assaults and rapes. You have the people who are true victims, people who have been sexually assaulted and raped, and they won't be believed because you have people making this stuff up. It's to the point now you can't ask a woman out, a man can't ask a woman on a date without being called a sexual predator. People date. They've been doing it for centuries. Men are attracted to women. Women are attracted to men. We date each other. How are we supposed to procreate? We have to get together. There have to be some kind of interaction in order for there be procreation, for families to be created. A man can even ask a woman out on a date now without being called a creep, a sexual predator. Is this what it's come to now? Can it give a woman a compliment without being called a sexual predator? Is that what it's coming to now? I'm not saying you stand up here whistling, woo, woo, harassing women, making cat calls and noises and all this and that. That make women uncomfortable. I get that. But at the same time, a man is going to look. We're attracted to women. Women are attracted to men. You see something you like? Hey, I'm interested in getting to know you, learn more about you, do it the right way. But we can't even do that now. How are people supposed to date? How are they supposed to get married? Have children? This is a sick world we're living in. Yes, again, there are people out here men out here who are the lowest of the low. Also, there are women out here who are the lowest of the low. Yes, that's right. I said it. There are women out here who are the lowest of the low, who sexually assault and have raped men. It doesn't just go one way, this goes both ways, baby. People don't want to talk about it, but there have been men who have been sexually assaulted and raped by women. It happens. We're human too. Maybe not on the scale as it happened with men and with women, but it does happen. Where are these stories being told at? Who would advocate for these men? Why aren't they being believed? It goes both ways. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on the new videos on here. Mel Tucker, like I said, he's coached his last game at Michigan State, which was on Saturday against the University of Richmond. The fact that Michigan State let him coach the first two games of the season, knowing about these allegations back in July, it doesn't look good for them. It does not look good for that university. I think heads are going to roll. Not just Mel Tucker's, but the athletic director, maybe the university president. The university president had to know. This person had to know what was going on. Heads are going to roll, and not just Mel Tucker's. I think the AD job is done because the AD, he knew. He knew. And you still allow this man to coach the first two games of this season. He forfeited $80 million and disgraced his family. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Be careful, black men. Be careful. And I hate to see this happen to a black man. I do. Um, because I don't know. I just hate to see it. Especially when a black man um, do it to himself. Self-inflicted wound. It's one thing when they coming at you, when they're attacking you, but when you give them the ammunition or you shoot yourself in the foot or both feet, you can't cry, woe is me, because you did it to yourself. And for every Mel Tucker, there, the Deion Sanders out there. Deion is not getting 95 million for 10 years like Mel Tucker was. And ironically enough, Mel Tucker was at Colorado 4 years ago, 2019. I think he was there for like a season, and then he left and went to Michigan State. But it's just sad, man. It's just sad how this man disgraced his family and forfeited. It's going to forfeit $80 million, generational wealth for his family. Just sad. All right, I'm gonna hop off of here on regarding this. Let me know what you think. Hit that thumbs up button. Smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. What say you? Let me know. Drop your opinions. Like I always say, we could agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable, particularly on subjects such as this, especially on subjects such as this. Let's use logic and not emotion. That's all I ask. Y'all take care of yourselves out here. Whether you going to work, coming home, picking the kids up from school, or dropping them off at school, running errands, whatever the case may be. Sisters as well as brothers, be safe. Beware and be aware of your surroundings. This devil is busy now more than ever. So be safe. Be aware of your surroundings. Beware and be aware. Continue to support my podcast and my YouTube channel. I would be greatly appreciated. I can't do these without y'all love and support. So please, please, please continue to support, love and support your brother and his content. Doing the best I can. Um, Also, just like I said earlier in this video, you're raising young black boys. Tell them to be careful. Talk to them, not just about the police or about the violence that's facing us on a daily basis, but just we have enemies. We have more enemies now, more so than ever. We have more domestic enemies. We have our foreign enemies, but we have more domestic enemies. Tell our young black boys to be careful. Tell them to be careful. Talk to them at an early age. I'd say probably 6 or 7 years old, maybe even younger than that, maybe 5. Talk to them. Keep talking to them. Keep reiterating the fact they have to be careful out here. They have to be careful because they're seen as a threat from the cradle to the grave. I'm going to repeat that again. A black boy is seen as a threat from the cradle to the grave. Am I right or am I absolutely right? So, on that note, y'all take care, be safe. I love y'all, and I'm out. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace and blessings.